Assalamu alaikum everybody, this is Yousuf Azhar. Just wanted to share some sketch notes with you from a talk that Sheikh Rami Nsour gave last night at the MCC East Bay Masjid in Pleasanton. And so it was very interesting. Sheikh Rami was talking about preparing for Ramadan. And he said a lot of different things, so this is just a quick summary. It's very interesting, like I said. One of the first points he made was about balancing worship with, which we call ibadah in Arabic, balancing that with mu'amilat, the interactions between human beings. And it was a really good point, I thought, because he said it's like he gave an example that people go to the masjid, and then what they do is they will park illegally, cause trouble to other people, and then go in the masjid and do their ibadah, do their prayers. But what they're doing is, unfortunately, they're preferring their worship over their the rights of other people, and that's not okay. So that was a really good point. Another thing he said was that when you are doing service for the community, you should always remember that you cannot neglect your family in the process. A lot of people do that. There's a saying in English actually that goes something like, "The cobbler's children have no shoes." Meaning, like, the cobbler, he's doing all this shoe stuff for everybody else, but he's not taking care of his own children. So we should watch out for that. And that's a common thing that happens with people who are serving the community. And so he went over different principles. I'm not going to go through all the principles here, but just at a high level, he mentioned about enjoining good and forbidding evil, how there's rules around that, and we should know those rules before we try to do it. He talked about how giving orders to people usually turns them off. It's usually not very effective, and you have to be careful how and when you do that. And also forcing your opinion on other people through logic. That usually doesn't convince people, usually does not win them over. I thought those were all really good points to make. And then he mentioned as well about children, that people love to order children around, but that also is usually not terribly effective. We should be careful about how we do that. So quick recap, main points he made was that we should balance our worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the mu'amalat, the human interaction. We should make sure that we don't neglect our families, and we should make sure that we communicate with our families and with other people while knowing all the proper rules and principles. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.